Greetings and welcome to Magic with Tamala Farron. Today we're going to talk about a witch's broom. Yes, indeed. I've had this one for almost 30 years. I got it, believe it or not, at a folk festival in London, and the gentleman that made them was a Mennonite. And I absolutely fell in love with them, and a friend and at that point husband um, put it together and brought it over to me and said, "This is yours." And I've used it ever since. I have many different brooms, Wytches Broom is called a besom, and I have brooms over doors for protection. I have brooms, cinnamon brooms, smaller versions of this. I make my own brooms. I will go out and I will find a wonderful handle and we'll gather some twigs and willow and all sorts of different things and blend it together and make my own. And that's how I've taught my kids how to do it as well. But this is the thing. The broom itself is so much more than just a broom. It represents, the handle represents the masculine energy. The bristles represent the feminine energy. Together they're joined. And it is often used for fertility rituals. I'm going to slide that one in there. There are so many different things. We use a besom to jump over after we do a hand fasting, which is in fact a witch's wedding. And it brings forth prosperity and love and new beginnings. And it is laid on the ground and they jump over it together. New beginnings. There's so many different things that we actually do, and there's simple little things that you've probably heard, like, oh, you dropped a broom, guess what, that's bad luck. Or, oh, broom fell, company's coming. So many things that stem forth from one tool, one simple tool. Upside down at the entrance will send unwanted guests far, far away. Bad luck to cross over a broom, even when you pick it up. These are all things that if you look up brooms and you have practiced all these years, these are little things that you've heard or things that you've respected because your elders taught you. I mean, for a good family dinner, you lay a witch's broom under the table. Now, tell me, is that not unique? But again, now, this is the thing. A broom laid under somebody's bed will literally sweep away negative nightmares and dreams that are causing stress and anxiety and issues, kind of like the native dream catcher, but a twist of witch involved. So it's not hard to see where all this comes from. You sweep from east to west. If you're sweeping up your house, you make a lovely little herbal mixture, cinnamon, mint, and lavender. So you now have family, love, protection, guidance, all healing, all in this. And you take it, and it's not hard. You just sprinkle it around the floor. Sprinkle it all over the place, all over the floor. And then you take your broom, and you sweep. Simple as that. Now, it's kind of like the first of the month you blow in the cinnamon in the door, the front door. Well, this is kind of like the same thing. You're empowering your home. You are creating this fantastic energy, and you're sweeping away the negativity. It's as simple as that. It really does work. Getting a new broom for a house, guess what that does? It's for good luck, as it sweeps away unwanted energy. Literally. There are so many things that you can use. You can literally create a circle for magic by using the broom. There are so many things that it just kind of picks up and keeps going. Now, Devira is the Roman goddess of brooms. She is also present at childbirth, and she protects midwives and women who are giving birth. With the broom being a fertility symbol, she is literally known as Goddess of Brooms. And I think that is just downright adorable, don't you? There's a lot of respect there, and a lot of guidance, a lot of work. So, midwives, look up Devira, Roman goddess of brooms. And brooms in dreams means you are feeling overwhelmed, that you have a need to clean up and clear out different aspects of your life. You need to sweep away the old and bring in the new. In other words, refresh, change things up, make things a little bit better for you. If you've been putting stuff off and you're dreaming of brooms, there you go. Because that is exactly what you need to do. You need to sweep the negativity away. There are so many things that people come forth and ask me. They'll sit there and say, okay, can you put herbs in a broom? Of course you can. Can you decorate a broom? Of course you can. Can you carve the handle? Of course you can. You can do anything you want. That is your tool. You can add herbs, you can all sorts of things. You can even add stones, crystals, whatever your heart desires. I have seen some elaborate brooms in my day. I tend to go for the more old-fashioned look. I guess that says my age, but I tend to like the older brooms. But I've seen a lot of people just really delve into it and build it up. And every time I'm teaching somebody the craft, one of the first tools I tell them to get is to be on the lookout for the proper broom, the one that calls you, because that's what's going to work for you. It's not going to connect if it's plastic. It's not going to connect if it's nylon bristles. It has to be a real broom to connect. I found a lovely, lovely broom. The bristles literally kind of like just fanned out. It was beautiful. But the dorks that made it, the handle was covered in plastic. Instead of tying it with a twine or using wood, it was covered in plastic. You could not use it. For me, I need the energy to connect. Wood, everything that is natural, it has to be like the bristles on this one, real corn broom. And the gentleman that made it basically made these in front of me. And if I've got his address, and whenever I need the bristles to be renewed, because I bought this, or was bought for me, I can go to his house and he will redo it for me if I still have the handle. And it kind of makes me feel good, you know? It's like I've got my own little broom maker. But at the same time, you're opening up, you have little brooms that you can hang over. You can hang it on doors. You can hang it for talismans. You can hang it over beds. You can, all sorts of different things. You can make a mojo with a protection mojo and connect the broom and hang it above the door. If you don't have a regular cinnamon broom or broom that you've made to put over the door, I happen to do that. I put the bigger brooms up, and for me, it's a natural connection. It's a tool. It's an extension of my energy. So whatever I do goes through that broom. It's a connection. Just like any other tool, whether it's a chalice, or if it's a staff, or if, you know, anything that you use on your altar, anything that you use for magic of any kind is a tool. And that is a connection to you. Extension of who you are and what you do. It is extremely important to consider being sacred. And with a handle like this, you can use some of your oils to add to the magic. Make sure that you take care of it. You can hang it up if you so wish on a nail by your altar so the bristles don't get damaged. You can use it for only magic and for sweeping up whenever you want. One of the things that I've been asked is, what if you sweep your house continuously? It's going to destroy it. That's where you get a different broom for sweeping the house. You get one that if it breaks down, you're not going to sit there and cry about it. This can be used for magic. In other words, when you're sweeping out a circle or you're creating a circle, when you're dipping it into water to call upon the rain, when you are utilizing different aspects to bring forth fertility in a ritual for somebody. There are so many things. If you're doing a hand fasting and you have a broom, you put it down. Usually, if you're doing a hand fasting, you buy a broom, and at the end of the ceremony, after they've jumped over it, you hand it to them and you let them hang it in their home for protection. So it's a continuum. And there's so much fun in this as well, because I used to sit down and work with my kids, and we would literally build brooms. I remember when we lived at one house, we would go on the front lawn and have all these different things and make all these willow brooms. I've literally made brooms out of so many different things. And my kids have come up with the most wonderful ideas. They are great for creativity. Listen to them. that it's absolutely gorgeous. There are so many things you can enjoy. And you can do it as a family, you can do it as a coven, you can do it so many ways. You know, oh, a bunch of sister witches want to get together for tea. Hey, let's build brooms tonight. There you go. Everybody brings something to add to it. It's as simple as that. And it's a lot of fun. So you take care. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got some info out of it. Do me a favor. I've got some more coming in a little bit as well, videos. But do me a favor. Please click like and subscribe. Share my videos. Feel free to share my videos. And thank you for being here. Have a blessed Saturday. And take care of yourself. Blessed be.